Scorpio, listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you could change everything you thought you knew about your family. A dark family secret is on the verge of being exposed, and the universe is giving you signs you cannot ignore. Have you noticed sudden silences at family gatherings? Loved ones acting defensively when you ask simple questions? Or strange dreams and gut feelings that won't go away? These are not coincidences. They are warnings, breadcrumbs leading straight to the truth. And here's the catch. When this secret finally comes out, it could shake the foundations of your family, your past, and even your perception of reality. But Scorpio, you were born to face the shadows. You have the intuition, the strength, and the courage to uncover what others are too afraid to see. So pay attention, because every moment counts. Watch closely, and by the end of this video, you'll know the 5 undeniable signs that a hidden truth is about to surface. Before we dive in, I want you to do something. Comment 111 below if you feel this energy and you're ready to uncover the truth. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, because you don't want to miss the secrets the universe has in store for you next. Scorpio, the truth is coming. Are you ready to face it? Sign number 1, strange silence in conversations. Scorpio, let me ask you something. Have you ever brought up a topic during a family conversation and suddenly the room went cold? You ask a simple question like, "Hey, what really happened with that old house we used to own?" Or, "Why don't we ever talk about that relative anymore?" And instantly, the mood changes. People start looking down, someone clears their throat, and within seconds, the subject gets switched. That silence is not just awkward, it's telling you something. Families don't usually fall into silence over small talk. No one gets tense if you ask about the weather or what's for dinner. But when it comes to a buried memory, a hidden scandal, or an uncomfortable truth, silence becomes the shield. It's the easiest way to protect a secret without admitting it's there. Scorpio, you're not just any zodiac sign, you're the truth seeker. You're ruled by Pluto, the planet of transformation, hidden power, and yes, the underworld. That means you can walk into a room and feel what others are too scared to say out loud. You pick up on energy shifts, the subtle drop in tone, the quick glances, the way someone's voice suddenly tightens. Where others get distracted, you zoom in. And here's the thing, silence always has weight. If it were just a harmless topic, people wouldn't freeze. They wouldn't rush to change the subject. That heavy pause, that sudden awkwardness, is the first crack in the wall of secrecy. It's the universe nudging you to pay attention. Sometimes, this silence surrounds subjects like a family inheritance that wasn't divided fairly, a relative who disappeared from family history without explanation, a past scandal, maybe a betrayal, an affair, or money gone missing, a painful memory that nobody wants to revisit, but everyone knows about. And Scorpio, you can't ignore it, because your spirit was designed to bring truth to the surface. You're not afraid of shadows, you investigate them. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're at a family dinner, and you casually ask about an old property that you vaguely remember from childhood. Suddenly, your aunt and uncle exchange a quick glance. Your cousin changes the subject. Someone even laughs it off as if it's nothing. But deep inside, you feel it. You've just touched the nerve of something big. That moment of silence wasn't confusion, it was protection. The silence says, "Don't go there, we're not ready to talk about this." But Scorpio, here's where your power lies. You don't take silence at face value. You let it fuel your curiosity. You let it guide your intuition. The silence becomes a map, pointing you toward the very thing that everyone else is trying to bury. And here's the twist. You may not even have to push for answers. Once you start noticing these patterns of silence, the universe will begin revealing more clues to you. Suddenly, you'll overhear a whispered comment. You'll stumble across an old document, photo, or memory that lines up with the silence. Because silence, Scorpio, is never really empty. It's full of the words no one dares to say. And once you catch it, you start connecting the dots in ways that no one else can. This is your first undeniable sign that a dark family secret is about to be exposed. Sign number 2. Family members. Acting defensive, Scorpio, the second undeniable sign that a dark family secret is about to be exposed is defensiveness. Think about it. You ask a simple, harmless question like, "Why don't we ever visit that relative anymore?" Or, "Hey, whatever happened to Grandpa's old business?" Instead of a calm answer, you're met with something sharp, almost too sharp. Why are you asking that? Drop it? It's not important. Don't dig into the past. Maybe their tone gets angry. Maybe they dismiss you altogether. Or maybe they try to change the subject so fast it feels like whiplash. Scorpio, here's the truth. When people react too strongly to an innocent question, it's rarely about the question itself. It's about what the question threatens to uncover. Defensiveness is not random. It's a shield. And when a family member throws up that shield, it's a sign that you're brushing against a truth they desperately want to keep buried. But there's more. Sometimes defensiveness doesn't look like anger. Sometimes it shows up as over-explaining. You ask a simple question, and instead of a short, clear answer, you get a long-winded explanation that feels rehearsed. Every detail is just a little too neat, a little too polished, as if they've told that story the exact same way 100 times before. That's not coincidence. That's cover-up energy. And here's where your Scorpio gift kicks in. You were born with an incredible radar for lies. You can tell when someone's voice wavers ever so slightly. You notice when their eyes avoid yours, or when they're smiling, but the smile doesn't reach their eyes. You feel when the words don't match the vibration behind them. Most people would let it go. They'd accept the explanation and move on. But you know better. Your intuition rings like an alarm. You don't just hear words, you decode them. Here's what's really happening beneath that defensiveness. It's fear. Fear that if you dig deeper, the truth will unravel. Fear that one small question could expose years, maybe even generations, of carefully hidden secrets. And let's be real, sometimes the one who reacts the strongest is the one who knows the most. The person who jumps to defend, to shut you down, to attack your curiosity? They're often the very person closest to the secret itself. The universe is waving a flag right in front of you, Scorpio. Pay attention. Don't ignore the pattern. Let's make it real with an example. Imagine you ask your mum about a certain relative you barely remember, and instead of saying, "Oh, they moved away," she stiffens, her voice gets tight, and she snaps, "Why are you even asking?" That doesn't matter. Or maybe you ask your uncle about an old family property, and suddenly he gives you a 10-minute explanation that sounds rehearsed, but somehow leaves you with more questions than answers. These reactions aren't mistakes, they're signals. Scorpio, defensiveness is like a neon sign flashing above someone's head, saying, "You're getting close." Be careful, but keep watching. Because the closer you get to the truth, the louder the defense becomes. And that, Scorpio, is your second undeniable sign that a family secret is about to crack wide open. Sign number 3, unexplained tension. During family gatherings, picture this, Scorpio. It's a holiday, maybe Thanksgiving, Christmas, or even just a big family birthday. The table is set, everyone's smiling, laughter fills the room, and for a moment, everything feels normal. But then, suddenly, the energy shifts. A question is asked, a name is mentioned, or an old memory surfaces, and the atmosphere grows heavy. One relative looks away, another changes the subject. Someone makes a quick excuse to leave the room, and before you know it, The celebration feels tense, forced, even uncomfortable. Now, Scorpio, this isn't just family drama, it's something deeper. This is unspoken history rising to the surface. Family gatherings are the pressure cookers of hidden secrets. Why? Because everyone who knows a piece of the truth is sitting in the same room. And that shared silence, that unspoken tension, becomes almost unbearable. You might notice whispering in the kitchen, sideways glances between relatives, or conversations that stop the second you walk in. Sometimes it shows up as little jabs, sarcasm, half-true jokes, or comments that sting more than they should. If you knew the whole story, those words would make sense. But right now, they feel like puzzle pieces without the full picture. This is where your Scorpio gift comes in. You are the emotional detective of the zodiac. Others might laugh it off or ignore the awkwardness, but not you. You feel the tension in your bones. You notice the sudden shift in tone, the way someone's smile falters, the quick attempt to change the subject. To others, it may seem like nothing. To you, it feels like static in the air, an invisible storm of emotions nobody dares to talk about. And here's the truth. The universe puts you in these gatherings not just to share food and stories, but to observe. Those uncomfortable moments, they're not random. They're breadcrumbs, little signs designed to draw your attention to what has been hidden for years. Let me give you a clear example. Imagine your family is sitting together, reminiscing about the past, and someone casually brings up a relative who hasn't been mentioned in years. The room goes silent. Someone coughs. Another person nervously jokes to change the topic. And within seconds, the conversation shifts to something completely unrelated. That's not coincidence. That's a cover-up. Scorpio, when that energy shift happens, trust your instincts. You're not imagining it. You're picking up on the very truth others are too afraid to face. The universe is giving you a role here. You don't have to cause a scene. You don't have to demand answers on the spot. But you do need to take note, file it away, pay attention to who reacts and how. Because those reactions will eventually lead you straight to the heart of the secret. Remember, tension doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from the weight of what's unsaid. And if you're feeling it, Scorpio, it means you're standing on the edge of discovery. This unexplained heaviness at family gatherings is your third undeniable sign that a dark secret is pressing to be revealed. Sign number 4, recurring dreams or intuitions. Scorpio, out of all the zodiac signs, you are the one most closely connected to the hidden realms, the mysteries of the subconscious, the whispers of the unseen, and the powerful voice of intuition. When the universe wants to prepare you for a truth that has been buried, it often doesn't speak in plain words. Instead, it comes through dreams, symbols, and sudden gut feelings. Ask yourself, have you been dreaming of relatives you barely think about? Have old family homes, strange faces, or childhood memories been showing up in your sleep again and again? Do you wake up with a heaviness, as if your subconscious is trying to tell you something that your conscious mind hasn't yet figured out? Maybe the dreams show locked doors, a symbol that there's a hidden truth waiting to be opened. Maybe you've seen broken mirrors, a reflection of family illusions cracking apart. Or perhaps you've walked through old houses in your dreams, each room filled with a strange sense of both familiarity and mystery. Scorpio, these are not random dreams, these are messages. Your subconscious is piecing together what your waking mind cannot see. It's like the puzzle is already solved inside you, and your dreams are just handing you the pieces one night at a time. But it doesn't stop when you wake up. During the day, you may get sudden waves of intuition. Out of nowhere, you might feel the urge to check an old photo album, reread a letter, or ask about a relative you haven't spoken of in years. Sometimes you may even feel drawn to places connected to your family history, as if the universe is physically pulling you closer to the truth. Scorpio, these nudges are spiritual breadcrumbs. Ignore them, and the dreams will only grow stronger. Follow them, and you will find yourself uncovering exactly what has been hidden from you. And here's what makes you unique. You don't fear these signs. Where other zodiac signs might dismiss them as coincidence, you know better. You understand that your dreams are doorways, that your gut feelings are compasses. You were born to face shadows and turn them into light. The universe knows this about you, Scorpio. That's why it sends you signs in this way. You are the one strong enough to handle the truth, to connect the dots, and to stand tall when others would rather look away. So the next time you wake up from a dream that feels too vivid to ignore, or you get that sudden chill in your bones when thinking of a family memory, pay attention. That's not your imagination. That's your soul preparing you for the secret that's about to surface. Because in your dreams, Scorpio, the truth has already been revealed. You just have to bring it into the light. Sign number 5, sudden revelation through slip-up. Scorpio, we've arrived at the most undeniable, the most electrifying sign that a dark family secret is about to surface. Slip-ups. No secret, no matter how carefully guarded, can stay buried forever. Sooner or later, the walls crack. A relative lets something slip after a drink. A child innocently repeats a fragment of a conversation they overheard. Or perhaps an old letter, a forgotten document, or even a photograph resurfaces unexpectedly, revealing a piece of the puzzle you've been sensing for months or even years. At first, it might seem insignificant, a casual phrase, a passing comment, or an offhand remark. "Oh, I think Uncle Joe always handled that property differently," or "I guess we never talk about what really happened that summer." But for you, Scorpio, these small moments hit like a thunderbolt. You feel it instantly. This is the missing piece. Your intuition, your Scorpio's sixth sense, doesn't just hear words, it deciphers the energy behind them. And when a slip-up occurs, you recognize it immediately. That fleeting comment or accidental revelation is the key that starts unlocking the entire story. This is the moment when whispers become truth. The mask falls. The carefully constructed facade shatters. A secret that was once hidden behind layers of silence, defensiveness, and tension finally steps into the light. And Scorpio, you are there to witness it. Fully aware, fully awake, ready to face it. But here's the reality check. Not everyone will be prepared for this. Some family members may go into denial, insisting that what you heard isn't true. Others may panic, become defensive, or even try to rewrite history to protect themselves. And that's where your Scorpio strength comes in. You were chosen to handle this truth because you are not afraid of the darkness. You were born to see beneath the surface, to confront uncomfortable realities, and to transform chaos into clarity. While others run from the revelation, you stand firm. Your insight allows you to understand that a slip-up is not a disaster. It's an opportunity, a doorway to healing, and a chance to bring honesty where it was missing. Sometimes, the most impactful secrets come in unexpected ways. A phone call you weren't meant to overhear, an old diary found in the attic, a family friend finally spilling the truth after years of silence. These are not coincidences, Scorpio. The universe has been guiding you to this exact moment. So pay attention, listen carefully, watch for the tiniest signs, a muttered phrase, an unusual glance, a subtle shift in behavior. These slip-ups are the sparks that ignite the revelation, and when they happen, the truth will no longer be something whispered or hidden. It will be undeniable. Scorpio, you are ready. You have the courage, the intuition, and the resilience to handle it. And when the secret finally comes to light, you will see not just the past, but the path forward, clear and unshakable. This, Scorpio, is the fifth and final sign that a dark family secret is about to be exposed. Scorpio, now that you've seen all 5 undeniable signs, the strange silence, the defensiveness, the tension at family gatherings, your recurring dreams and gut instincts, and finally, the sudden slip-ups, it's clear. A dark family secret is on the brink of being revealed. And here's the truth. The universe didn't place you in this situation by accident. You weren't chosen by chance. You were born to face the shadows others avoid, to uncover hidden truths, and to transform what seems like chaos into clarity. While some may run from the discomfort, you step forward. You observe, you feel, and you act with wisdom. But Scorpio, here's the challenge. Secrets, when revealed, can shake foundations. People will react unpredictably. Some may deny the truth, others may feel betrayed, and tensions could rise. But this is your moment to lead, not with anger, but with understanding. Your insight and intuition give you the power to navigate this revelation with calm, courage, and clarity. Take a deep breath, trust your instincts, and remember, the universe is always guiding you toward the truth for a reason. This revelation isn't meant to harm, it's meant to awaken you, and ultimately, your family. The light always follows the darkness. So, Scorpio, stay aware. Observe the signs, follow your intuition. And when the secret finally comes to the surface, embrace it, not as a threat, but as a doorway to understanding, healing, and transformation. If this video resonated with you, comment 111 below and share your story. Let the universe know you're ready to face the truth. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the next powerful message from the stars. The secret is coming, Scorpio. Will you be ready to see it?